That was Lately by Dying and Designer, and I am very, very, very stoked to have him in studio with me right now. What's up?
What's going on, Mike? How's it going?
Going good. How are you?
Good, good. Just been working real hard.
Fuck yeah. So I won't lie, I don't fuck with people calling me Mike, but you can do it because I really enjoy your music. I really like you.
Fish.
But dude, congrats on everything. Hopeless Records' newest artist.
Yep, hell yeah. Stoked, super stoked to be a part of the family and release all the music we've been working so hard on.
Definitely. And you're in this really, 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 really cool position, in my opinion, because you mash and mend and break two of my favorite genres and put them together. Emo, R&B, well, I'm going to say like 8 different genres, but emo, R&B, hip-hop, rock, pop punk, like, you don't have a genre.
No, not at all. It's pretty crazy. I have a crazy upbringing with music. As a young kid, my mom, so she had me young. She was 21 when she had me, so, she had great taste in music. And she would drive me to school every day. She worked like 20 minutes from our house. So she would play a lot of stuff from like Alice in Chains, Matchbox 20, Korn, Slipknot. You name it, Counting Crows. So, from then, like, we would just go to the CD store, and I would get tons of CDs, and we would just, like, go back and forth every single day, listen to our new favorite songs. Like, I remember getting, like, the Blink albums and just being this kid freaking out, and, like, me and my mom singing. So it's just real crazy. So it kind of came from that, and then got into hip-hop, started playing in pop-punk bands, hardcore bands. From there, the band stuff didn't work out. I started rapping, and then, now here we are.
For sure. And we were talking before this interview for a little bit, and you were telling me how you're from Chicago. And now listening to the music, it makes so much sense because Chicago has a very big pop punk scene and always has. But also, Chicago has a very urban scene as well.
Oh, yeah.
And it kind of just made so much sense. And not this is going to come out wrong because words always do, but it's like, I'm surprised you're one of the first to come out with such a blending genre of everything like that.
Yeah. Honestly, I just think I've appreciated everything growing up. It's kind of crazy. A lot of like the trap elements actually in my music come from like the drill scene, like Chief Keef, Little Durk, Little Reese, Fredo Santana. So a lot of the trappy drums, a lot of pop punk melodies. Biggest influence of all time would be like Blink-182, obviously, and then playing in hardcore bands. So like, just listen to a lot of these bands like Silverstein, a lot of the post-hardcore stuff, and Taking Back Sundays, From First to Last, A Day to Remember. So the influence comes from a wide range on top of like, hip-hop. In Chicago, such a big hip-hop city. And when I started, kind of working on a lot of this stuff, guys like Chance the Rapper were blowing up, and Vic Mensa, and, so many. It's been honestly a great transition, and can't wait for the world to hear the rest.
Definitely. And also, your music is pretty catchy, won't lie, but also something that's in it are the lyrics. The lyrics actually have meaning. There's actually lyrics to dissect, and it actually makes my mind have to work to understand what you're saying. Like, you have that song about the dude from Umbrella Academy. I'm joking. It's Gerard Way, obviously, the founder of emo, in my opinion, or not the founder, the innovator. But you have a song, and the hook is, like Gerard Way, I'm not okay. Or I'm not okay like Gerard Way. I'm bad. I'm not okay.
So that song, when I started making all this stuff, like the album and a lot of these new songs, I was in a pretty rough relationship, real toxic, real up and down, a lot of issues, a lot of problems. It was more trying to get things to work. It's like a battle to try to be happy, like get back to where it was. So Gerard Way was written in a sense like not feeling all right. It was missing someone when they're gone, reminiscing on all the good times. And like the line, "Why'd you tap my name just to get it removed?" My ex actually had my name tatted on her ring finger. So it was like, it's a real heartfelt song, kind of feeling really hopeless, really broken, and kind of reminiscent on the good times, missing everything. So, it's like the one, the line, it's like hard skipped a beat, it's on delay, and I can't sleep when you're away. Like Gerard Way, I'm not okay. Like, just really, really not not okay. It's like, you know, when you're feeling super down and lonely and lost at that point, heartbroken. So yeah, that song's pretty important to me, along with the rest of this stuff out and what's to come.
Definitely. Like, I'm bummed that you went through a shitty relationship, but I'm stoked this song came out of it.
Yeah, man. It's like, it's funny. It's funny, like, the darkest times have brought, like, the best stuff out of me. And it's kind of funny. I joke around with people, like my A&R Tobin or my manager, just close friends. And I'm like, my ex had dealt me. Like, this is my 21 album. I'm like, so all the hits are coming from, you know, all the bad times, I guess.
Definitely. And I don't want to put any pressure on you now that you're just starting out, just on Hopeless Records, but you might be the guy who changes a lot of things for a lot of different people. Just listening through what you have out right now, maybe hearing a sneaky demo or two here and there. I don't know. I can't confirm or deny anything, but you might be the one who bridges this gap. Kind of like, obviously, like back in the day, Run DMC and Aerosmith, like they bridged this gap between rock and hip hop. You might be the one who bridges this gap between R&B and emo like no one else has, and coming from the scene side of things.
That's a really nice thing for you to say. Honestly, it's just I'm a kid who's been broken, who's dealt with some pretty rough shit in my life, and I feel like there's millions of kids who are going through the same thing. And honestly, I feel like nowadays everyone listens to everything. You're not like the rap kids still love a lot of the rock stuff, and you'll see the videos of them dancing to it, and you know, vice versa. I feel like everyone's appreciation for music goes so far. I mean, I can listen to everything and find something I like about it. So I'm more so just I don't know, I'm just kind of speaking on feelings, emotions with some great past, you know, influences and, you know, our influences today, and just really trying to make something true to my emotions. It's not necessarily like trying to be anybody. It's more so this stuff is very therapeutic for me. So getting it out is actually better for me than keeping it inside. So that's where I'm at with it.
For sure. And also, while we were talking before, you were mentioning the culture behind everything. And I feel like a lot of artists in the community kind of forget about culture at some point or another, or were never really embedded in a culture. And it seems like you're taking this culture along with you. You were telling me all about it. So I want you to tell everyone else about how cool this culture, or your opinions on this culture, because I think it's very, very cool what you're doing and the meaning behind, like, even your name and everything. Yeah,
so the culture of the music, you know, growing up listening to, I mean, just the culture of any type of music. I mean, we can talk about, you know, one of my, like, the big influence in my sound is like the emo, post-hardcore, stuff like that. When that scene hit, it was so crazy. The Warped Tour, like, people were finally being true to their emotions and talking about kind of the issues and things they're going with on, you know, daily basis. And I think so many people could relate to it because so many people in this world are broken, and it's okay to be broken. It's okay to say you're not okay. And for me, listening to that kind of stuff, feeling what I was feeling, it helped me get through those times. So the culture of like emo, and it's honestly massive, and I think it does so much for the community and the people in the world that need it. And say like hip hop as well. Hip hop has such a big community. People can really relate to hip hop, and you know, I listen to guys like Nas and The Game and Gangstar and stuff like that. That was what really brought me into that scene. Just the realness, you know, kind of Nas talking about everything he went through, and same with like The Game or like a lot of these guys. J. Cole's like my favorite now, or Kendrick, like the realist, talking about real emotions, real things going on, relating to the masses. It's honestly crazy. And then obviously pop punk. Pop punk is, you know, the sad love songs, which I can totally relate with because I've been going through all that. And yeah, I mean the grunginess of like rock and alternative, like, I don't know. It's honestly, the culture is the biggest thing to me. And I think giving back to the culture, giving back to the people, being a visionary, being, you know, kind of someone who can say, hey, here's this, you're going through this, let's get through it together.
Nice. And also, you have 2 phones.
2 phones.
Like, legitimately have 2 phones, and I love it. I don't want to ask why, but I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, 2 phones, man. You get a lot of stuff going on. It's been getting real crazy, so it helps having. It's kind of like a little. What's that? What's that? The saying they're saying like, big flex. What is it? What's the saying like weird flex but okay?
Yeah.
It's a weird one. It sucks because I gotta fucking check them both, but it's good though. It's good at the same time. I guess I don't know.
I mean, I see what you're doing. I respect it. Like
I feel like fucking Kevin Gates around here.
You just want a better chance of winning at HQ. If you're not sure, you're going to put different answers, see which one hits.
Exactly, man.
Awesome. So tell us what's next for you, because you have, I believe, 4 singles out right now, or 5?
We have only 4 songs total, which is fucking crazy how things are happening so fast. And to tell you the truth, like between us and everyone listening to this, we have about 45 songs written, recorded. I mean, we have so much stuff. So it's honestly exciting, and it's all, there's so much, like the 4 stuff that's out I love, but oh my, like if only I could just, if I can dump the whole catalog, but I can't, you know, I got to be respectful to my manager, and we got to tell the story as it goes. But honestly, we got a video actually I think possibly coming out on Tuesday, which is super cool, for actually the Lately video, so you guys get to hear about that. Song's got like 1.2 million on Spotify alone. It's been out for about 5 months with literally no help. And the Teardrop playlist just crushing it. And so that's supposed to be coming out maybe this week, maybe next week. We're still figuring that out. And then the next record, just confirmed it with my manager and the label, is this record called PTSD. That record was produced by Nick Mira. He's done, you know, pretty much all the Juice WRLD stuff. Big shouts to, you know, both of those guys crushing it. And yeah, this record's really cool. It's really catchy. It's its own thing. Nick Mira played the guitars, did all the production on it, and it's cool because it's like a Spanish guitar, so it's like a super unique blend. And the PTSD, the whole story behind it, just kind of, you know, after the relationship, all that stress and all the trauma and shit I was dealing with, and the song literally explains everything. Like it's crazy. I can't wait for that one to come out. So that one's actually coming out. Like that's gonna be the next quote unquote new one, but the Lately video will be out next week, I believe.
Hell yeah, it will be. I'll be watching it. I'll be looking out for PTSD. I can't wait.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for that one. Honestly, it's it might be one of my favorites, but then I got like 10 more favorites, so it's really actually like 20 more favorites, so it's hard.
Let's just say 45 more favorites.
Yeah. Yeah, every day I get a new favorite. It just changes for me, and it's the same for like my manager and, you know, my guys in the team. They're like, I don't know, it switches.
Hell yeah. Well, you mentioned story, so talk a little bit about it, because I feel like, not to jump to conclusions or kind of misquote what you said before, it's every song is kind of connected with this whole story of a very toxic relationship in a way. So is this going to be a continuation of it, like every time, every song, or
yes,
kind of change it?
So that's interesting. So it's like when I started making this stuff, I was in the relationship, and I would make these songs, and I'd be like, you know, these songs are about you, and she'd be like, I didn't think she, like, I try to like keep it together. You know, we'd have our arguments and our issues and stuff, but I try to keep like my issues inside, like kind of what I'm dealing with, like suicide. I mean, like Lately was written like a suicide note. It was thoughts. I didn't act upon anything, but I was in a really dark place. I was drinking a lot more. I was doing some, you know, shit I shouldn't be doing, and it was just at that point. So I wrote that record, and yeah, I don't think she realized how hurt I was, because I always try to keep it together. You know, the music was just more therapeutic. So yeah, a lot of this stuff was during the relationship and now after, and it's kind of, you'll be able to like pick the story apart, and it's on it. There's so many different things that happen in this relationship, and there's so many different things that I can talk about. So I've just honestly been putting it all out in the music, and putting all my feelings, my emotion, my anger, my depression, anything all my thoughts have just all been put into this. So I honestly can't wait, and I hope it helps the people in the world that kind of went through the same stuff or are going through.
For sure. Well, I can't wait to hear all 45 of these songs you have cooking up right now. I can't wait to hear 50 more songs from you.
No, maybe 100. Maybe 100 this year.
You know what? Fuck it. Go for 365 or give up.
Yeah,
I need a song a day.
That would be nuts. I wonder if like someone's ever done that.
I mean, you could be the first.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. Very stoked for everything to come from you. Very big fan of the music you have out right now. I can't wait to see a live show. I imagine it's going to be a very good time.
Oh, yeah. Fish, thanks so much for having me. We're playing the So What Fest in Houston on the 27th.
Shout out to Zemer.
So it's going to be crazy. And then we're playing in Dallas the next night. So April 27th, Houston, So What? And then Dallas the 28th with Josh. I'm not exactly sure who else is on the bill. My bad. But it's going to be sick. It's going to be sweet. And hopefully crazy tours, lots of new music this year, tons of videos, tons of just new stuff. So look forward to it. Thank you for tuning in, and follow at dyingindesigner_. And shoot me a DM if you guys want to talk or you're going through some stuff. I'm here for you.
You know I slid into those DMs before you got here. I was blasting Gerard away while driving.
Oh, I know. I actually shared it. I don't know if you've seen. I shared your Instagram post.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I showed you a little bit loud.
Only a little. We'll get to a lot of it. We're gonna take things slow. I don't want a song about me.
Exactly. We gotta ease into this.
Exactly.
Just kidding.
So I want to play one more song for you. What song do you want me to play for everyone out there right now?
All right. So this is the newest song. It's called Devil's Calling. We just released it with Hopeless Records. It was the announcement. Shot the video, and that's all out. This record is very special to me because it's about the relationship, but it's actually about moving on from the relationship and feeling better that you're not in that situation. And it was honestly like I made this, and I was telling myself I felt better, but I really didn't. So I was kind of lying to myself until it came true. So, bam, here's Devil's Calling by me, Dying a Designer. Let's do this.